Deciphering Duty, the Magic of Modal Verbs and Questions. Hello, language explorers. Welcome to another journey through the fascinating world of English. Today, we're going to delve into an important, but sometimes confusing aspect of English grammar: forming questions with must, have to, and need to. These modal verbs express obligation and necessity, which is vital in communicating everyday tasks, rules, and instructions. Let's get started. Must is a powerful word. It communicates a sense of strong obligation or necessity. When forming questions with must, we simply invert the subject and must. For example, you must finish your work becomes, must you finish your work, in a question format. Notice how the subject, you, and must change places to form a question. It's crucial to remember, however, that must in questions is not used very frequently in modern English. Instead, we often use do you have to or do you need to. Have to is a more common way to express obligation or necessity, especially in questions. Forming questions with have to involves a little more maneuvering. We use do or does at the start, depending on the subject, followed by the subject, then have to. Consider this statement: you have to complete the assignment. When forming a question, it becomes, do you have to complete the assignment? If the subject was he, she, or it, we would use does instead, like, does he have to complete the assignment? Need to follows the same pattern as have to when forming questions. It's a common and useful way to express necessity. So, you need to buy milk transforms into, do you need to buy milk, for a question. If the subject was she, the question would be, does she need to buy milk? It's time for a quick recap. Must, have to, and need to are powerful verbs for expressing obligation and necessity. When forming questions, 1. Must directly swaps places with the subject, but it's rarely used in questions. 2. Have to and need to follow the do, does plus subject plus have, need to pattern. Remember, practice makes perfect. Try making your own questions using these modal verbs. That wraps up our dive into forming questions with must, have to, and need to. Armed with this knowledge, you can now confidently use these modal verbs in questions. It's been a pleasure guiding you through this grammar journey. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, every question you ask strengthens your English. Until next time, happy learning.